Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is Let's Play Miles Has a New Title Screen. Miles didn't know he'd get a new title screen. Well, it's not, I mean, it's new in the sense that we haven't seen it on the title screen, but we've seen the picture before. Last time we actually finished the longest middle section in Ace Attorney history, probably, maybe, at least like top 10. Now we're on the ladder. The videotape's testimony. Yes. The videotape. Yes, Edgeworth's videotape. The videotape for Edgeworth that I know about. It's 12:07 in the morning. So now we don't know who the Yatagratsu really was. And yet there remains much to this case that needs to be resolved. Like my pay. Like how the weapons cross country lines, for example. The two countries have incredibly strict security systems and entry procedures. Nah, they were just built different. They were good at thieving. Short of a miracle, it's impossible for someone to have smuggled them in. Smuggling them in, huh? Or, you know, it's an inside job, which seems to be what we should be thinking already. We need to open a new line of investigation on just this aspect alone. But before I do, I'd like to go through my evidence once more. Unnecessary evidence has been removed. Remaining evidence has been rearranged. Oh hey, there's a VCR here. What got removed? It kind of looks like everything's still here. Well, no, definitely some stuff's gone. Same. I think this used to be here, so something got moved. Yeah, because this used to be like right here, I want to say. Nobody knows what's gone. This definitely was on the other page. Or our ink is gone, that's one thing. The samurai spear is really still important, apparently. And the dog, of course, dog is important. Take a look at this, Mr. Edgeworth. There's dirt on here. It's totally ruined the beauty of the hair stick. I suppose. Why is there dirt stuck on the end of a hair stick in the first place? Maybe the lady doesn't wash. Don't judge. Some people aren't into that shit. And you know what we call them? Smelly. The design of these things are rather eccentric for hair sticks. I mean, I guess. Well, if they're that strange, what should I do with them? I have to say, these are by far the most bizarre hair sticks. Okay, well, I mean, I don't agree. I mean, I get what they're going for, that they're not actually hair sticks, but that seems pretty normal. In any case, Kay, there's something I've been meaning to ask. How exactly do you stick that hair stick of yours into your hair like that? That's a secret. Curiouser and curiouser. It's an anime secret, alright? You never ask questions about how they get their fucking hair styled. Alright? You don't ask how they manage to get anything accomplished when in theory they should be spending 9 hours in the morning trying to get their crazy hairdo done. You just don't ask that. Eli, Schnad on once. 2, Roddy. Talaxion, namaste. I'm pretty sure that's what that said. The KG8 incident. This was the case in which the unwitting CCU was murdered. When she was to expose the connection between the Amano group and the smuggling ring, it was also when the group, the Yatagratsu, was first formed. And somehow she formed it with the intention of infiltrating it, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Or, I mean, I guess that's maybe not what happened. Maybe it's that she... I don't know, it just seems like... Why would she need to ingratiate themselves to those two, and then they form a hacking group? Or not a hacking group, a thieving group. And then the thieving group, like, accomplishes stuff? Like, it'd be one thing if it was like, hey, they formed the Yatagratsu and then, like, they magically managed to never get shit done because she was always secretly sabotaging them. But apparently they're, like, carrying out their sabotages? So, like, she wasn't really working that much against their interests. Like, I guess I think it makes more sense if it had been that, like, she got, maybe not corrupted, but, like, maybe in the beginning it was Ernest, and, then she started working for the smuggling group, but what they said was that she was working for them, like, from the very start, which was weird. Oh, blood! Blood belongs to Detective Faith, who was killed in my office by Mr. Portsman. I'll take your word for it. Sadly, it would appear that he was partnered with anyone but a good prosecutor. And wire. I don't know what the wire's for yet. I can't think of any reason. I mean, maybe for, like, getting in the office. I mean, I don't know how much wire it is. I mean, it's a good length, apparently, whatever the fuck that's supposed to mean. Hey, there's a VCR here, sir. Now we can see what's on that tape Detective Bad gave us. This piece of evidence from the KG8 incident, hidden from sight for 10 long years. You know what's also hidden from sight right now? My phone. Be right back. Alright, we're back. I've been doing that a lot lately. Like, I don't know, I just keep leaving it on the damn table. Which is weird, because I'm usually not like a phone forgetter person, but... Detective Gumshoe, if you could please play that tape for us. Sure thing, sir. Aw, dang. The VCR ate it. I guess we'll never know what happened, Mr. Edgeworth. This man, it's Manny Cochin. And he's holding a knife in his hand. This was like footage from a security camera at the entrance to the apartment building. Nah, because it's not in like 160p. And like 4 frames per second. And it's in color. Like, there's no shot. An apartment building? How do you figure that? Unlike you actually read the summary file on the KG8 incident, I ain't had the chance. Alright, it's not my case. It was good. Well, it wasn't gonna be art. We were gonna get like the KG82 incident, KG9 incident, and the crime scene was the victim's own apartment. This footage was shot at the entrance to the victim's own apartment building. At the trial, Mr. Faraday claimed that this piece of footage existed. However, no one could find it. Yes, somehow someone was able to steal it and hide it through earnest amano. I can see how this would have been a definitive piece and why someone would want to hide it. But it's a piece of evidence from a 10-year-old case. There's no way it's related to this case we're working on now, sir. Unless you mean that everything that's happened in the last few days has all been part of some weird elaborate plot and it's all going to tie itself together at the end of this case somehow, sir. At least, like, hopefully it'll tie together somewhat elegantly. I don't know. The jury's still out. If we had juries, that is, Mr. Edgeworth. Actually, I believe it has everything to do with the case we're working on now. The ringleader even went so far as to use Mr. Portsman to retrieve it. Which means that in this video lies a very inconvenient bit of footage to the ringleader. Some might even call it an inconvenient truth. Where? Where? This dude just been standing here for 8 hours. What was that? Huh? That bit you played just now. Please show it to me again. I mean, I didn't play it. The machine played it. By God. This card. This is something we cannot overlook. Why is that, sir? It's got one of the countries. Nobody knows which country it is. I mean, I'm guessing it's the one that he doesn't work at. Take that! This is the national flag of the Principality of Cadopia. Okay. Oh, yeah, because it would still been a Cadopia back then, because apparently they've only been split up for a few in-game years. But I don't know why that would be sus. And because it is the national flag on it, we know it to be an official government card. But, like, do we know that he didn't work at the... Like, didn't he work at the embassy? The question we should be asking ourselves is, what was a government card doing there? I mean, I mean, it could be his. I mean, I know he's not driving, but it could still be his car. Or the, you know, because doesn't he work at the embassy? Or did he not work at the embassy back then? Doesn't say. Or was it? And Cece's not one we could click on. Or did she work at the embassy? I'm pretty sure he worked at the embassy back then. As well. So a government car picking him up doesn't seem that sus. I mean, I get we're gonna try and make the connection to like one of the two ambassadors. Ah, Mr. Von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. So you were here all this time. Yo, he kinda fucking sprung, man. He kinda got some get up and go in his old age. Ambassador Alba. Thank you very much for continuing the investigation, even at this time of night. Ah, if only I was even a tiny bit more careful. This tragedy would never have happened. I'm truly sorry. Think he's gonna, like, when we convict him, he, like, takes off his coat and then he does a backflip, and then he's like, ah, I'm evil. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm referencing? Maybe you do. This wasn't your fault, sir. This had nothing to do with how careful you were. You idiot, Quercus! You couldn't chase after a simple thief! Now then, let's get down to the real reason why I came looking for the two of you. I would like you to put the investigation on hold for a while. Can you do that? Excuse me? I've heard you apprehended the thief that turned this embassy upside down. And we are in the middle of an event celebrating our country's reconciliation. We can't exactly have the police and detectives walking around here forever. You're scaring the visitors away, so I hope that you can understand how I feel. We must finish our investigation and resolve the remaining issues. Also, it's been like fucking 6 hours. It's not like we've been here for forever. Why don't we leave the rest? I don't even know if it's been that long. I think it's been like 3 or 4 hours. Why don't we leave the rest of the Alabastian and Babalese police? Ambassador, we are so close. Just a little more and... Miss Von Karma, I'm afraid I've made up my mind. And without my permission, you can't proceed with your investigation. Anyway, right? I don't know. I guess. That's true, however, as he said at the very beginning, this area can be considered to be Alabastian soil, in which case we are nothing but foreigners in their land. Is this really where our investigation ends? I mean, can't the Wolfman help us? Shifu! We found Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Shifu! This way! How's your leg doing, buddy? No? Just perfectly fine? Agent Long, you're back on the scene rather quickly. If I laid back and took a break, I'd lose the scent of my prey, Mr. Prosecutor. And let me tell you, something stinks around here. Hey, Agent Long, why have you returned? Because I gotta solve this case no matter what. Well, I'm sorry to inform you. And don't take this the wrong way. I don't suspect you personally. However, a member of the Interpol was just found to be a thief and, well... Grr. I'm a wolf. Under these circumstances, I wish to put your investigation on hold. After all, I believe our own police can handle things from here. They are quite capable. Longji says, fucking, eat my wolf ass. Yeah, at this rate, our investigation really will come to a close. Yeah. She not taught me that. Ambassador Alba, I get it now. I really do. I'm glad you understand how I feel. Nah, not that. What I was talking about is ... I know who the killer is behind tonight's murder. You not... The... killer? Do you really mean that, Agent Long? Yeah, this Edgeworth dude probably did. Ah, fuck, not us again. Wolves don't lie. I mean, they don't really tell the truth either. Then who is it? Well, let me first say I'm not talking about Mr. Cochin's murder. That was all she knew. Long Ji says, the truth lies not at the exit, but rather shines outside the maze itself. The truth is unexpectedly simple. Let me ask you this. Who do you think was Damas 2's killer? I'll tell you who. It was you, Francesca Von... Oh no. I thought this was gonna be the part where he like... I mean, it would be really funny if he just came in out of nowhere and it's like, bro, the killer's right there. Boom, it's the fucking ambassador. Easy, where it's gonna cut to the chase. It would be like really anticlimactic, but it would be actually such a good redemption for him. And then instead he's just gonna be a dumbass, I guess. I was the killer. I might become the killer in a few minutes if you don't explain yourself, Wolf Boy. Wait, but that's impossible. Yeah. I mean, although she is kind of mean, I feel like I could see... Ow! Hold your tongue in that ludicrous remark you're about to make. I don't even know what he was actually supposed to say. I didn't even get to finish my... All that whip is actually quite... Okay. I basically had the vibe. Agent Long, are you seriously accusing her of murder? Yeah. Doesn't appear to be joking. Hey sis, I remember that just before the Ambassador Alba went to give his speech, he called you into his office, right? Yes, he did. What does that have to do with anything? I'm getting to that. Furthermore, in order to solve both cases, you moved around rather freely between Alabasta and Babalo, did you not?
Objection!
And where's your evidence that I am the killer? I got vibes, lady. That's all I need. I was just getting to that. Trust me, I'll show you them in due time. Ambassador Alba, in order for me to bring this case to a close, I need to inspect your office one more time. Will you grant me permission? I don't know, maybe he's doing the galaxy brain. Maybe he like knows it's Alba, but he's like, I'm gonna throw him off his game by accusing Francisca, and then Alba's gonna drop his guard and being like, yeah, you can keep doing your investigation, and then we'll get the evidence that lets us get Alba. And it's not that the Wolfman's a dumbass, he's just he's playing 6D chess, right? I mean, I would like him to be right about something, just because, like, just to justify his character a little bit. Because I'm fine with him being like a dumbass like 90% of the time, but like I would like to see like at least a 10% spark of genius. But things as they are, I suppose I don't have much of a choice, do I? Good, and let's move out. Oh, and don't even think about running away, sis. My pack will be keeping a close eye on you. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. As if I would have any reason to flee. But just so we're clear, your logic had better be sound. Because I'll accept nothing short of a perfect explanation. Seems rather upset, not that I blame her. Ha ha ha! I expected you'd accept no less. We'll see how long you can keep that nose of yours stuck up in the air like that.
Hold it!
Agent Long, as someone related to tonight's case, I can request that you allow me to take part, and so that I may clean up my superior's mess. I guess I should. More the merrier, especially when it's the peanut gallery. Oh, in that case, I want to join in too. I still haven't seen what it looks like in Alabasta yet. Hey, if you let Kay in, you gotta let me in too, pal. I can't just sit around and do nothing when Miss Von Carver's in trouble. And then he's like, okay, fine, I'm not gonna let either of you in. Hey, Gummy, let's have a competition to see who can save her first, right? Okay, pal, I'll take you up on that. Oh yeah, I'm fired up and raring to go. As a detective, I don't believe this is something you're supposed to be excited over. Sounds like this is gonna get real interesting. Ambassador Alva, I'll be bringing these kids along for the ride. Are we kids? How old are you supposed to be again? Where are you? You're 27? I mean, Gumshoe's older than you. And Edgeworth is, I think, your age? Maybe he's older? I can't remember. How old are you? You're 25, so Edgeworth is presumably 25? Maybe give or take a year? Age deceased? I mean, you still have an age. Very well. And I'd like you to keep in mind that this will be your last chance. I'll have this whole mess cleaned up before you know it. Let's go. Rolling out with the wolf pack. That was a 50-minute conversation? No shot. I mean, I guess we watched the VHS tape. Maybe there was some abstraction there, but... Alright, now, let's go over the facts one more time. Manny Coach's body was found over in the Secretariat's office in Babylon. The weapon that took his life was one of Alabaster's ornamental knives. And then the body of Damas II, Mr. Kaishino, was found here in the Alabastian's ambassador's office. In our investigation, we found that the murder weapon was this Prima Duck statue. You mean our investigation? You didn't help. You didn't find out shit. We found that shit out. I thought this is actually, this is actually Babalaw's statue. This case, no matter how I look at it. Sis, wasn't you, and no one else could have pulled this off. Agent Long, do you understand the full implications of what you were saying? Yes, you're a murderer. What was I do, sis? And I'm serious. You were on the trail of the smuggling ring. You wanted any evidence you could find. And so while people were distracted by the Yatagratu's appearance, you snuck in here. That's when you two ran into each other. You and that other thief who took advantage of the confusion from the fire. Objection! Even if all that were true, how do you explain the movement of the weapons? Don't worry, I plan to show that you're the culprit behind that too. You have permission to investigate both embassies at will. With that kind of free reign, you could have easily taken the weapons across country lines. Hey now! I mean, that's kind of cool, I guess. Look, sis, I thought I already told you, I'm not messing around here. This case isn't directly tied to the smuggling ring, but Sheena certainly tied to the smuggling ring. He is right in saying she is a member of the smuggling ring. However, the connection between this case and the ring, could it not be deeper than what any of us can imagine? Grr. Let's get this ridiculous circus over with already. Don't mention circus. Francesca, you need to calm down. Because you only know the facts of the Alabastian side of the case, I don't believe you can see the case as a whole. Sorry, got like a really big yawn mid-sentence. And therefore solve it. What? Don't worry. I'm taking this seriously as well, and I will prove your innocence. That's the only way to be, Mr. Prosecutor. But can you come up with anything else that can top my hypothesis? Of course, your explanation has to solve the mystery of the moving weapons at will, as well. Of course, and I will. Let us now delve into the truth behind the murder of Damas II. You do understand, don't you, Miles Edgeworth? This isn't just a confrontation against Agent Long. If you can't figure out how the murder of Damas II is related to the smuggling ring, then it will mean the end of our investigation. As long as I have no good counter-argument to his hypothesis, then the best I can do is walk this thin tightrope and see what I can do. Come on, Mr. Prosecutor, let's get started. Yes, let's. Okay, so we're mind battling. One of Alabast's knives was used in Babalaw to murder Mr. Cochin, and the murder weapon in the killing of Damas II was Babalaw's Prima Duck statue. Somehow these two objects are able to penetrate the two countries' impenetrable security. Well, no, because the statue was here already, right? No way, okay, so it was a fake, but was swapped with the real one. But that's Babalaw's Prima Duck statue. It's originally from Alabast. I really do wish the countries... Okay, so we're in Alabast right now. Okay, so this is Alabast. And Babalaw's... They had the real one. No. Babalaw's was fake. No, wait. Alabast. What does it mean here? It was a fake, but was swapped with the real one. Is the real one in this case the fake? Or like, is this the fake one or is this the real one? So Babalaw's, it was a fake and was swapped. Is originally from Alabast. I feel like my brain's just not working right now because I'm kind of tired. But because Babalaw's statue is Alabast statue. Well, let me just say, what is... So yeah, they were... So Babalaw was stealing all... So Alabast was the real one. So they had the real one. So the real one is in Cochin's office now. But it would have been in here prior to the thief. But I thought I thought it was that he didn't make the swap because he got murdered. Or else why else would he still be in this room? You know? Because, I mean, I guess I remembered the whole thing about they wanted to swap the statues, but I just kind of assumed it didn't happen. Because if he got killed in the room... Well, I guess it could have been he did the swap and then he was coming to put the other one back and then got killed. So yeah, I guess that makes sense. I just didn't... That wasn't clear to me about, like, when he died. The only one who traversed the two countries just before and after the crimes was you. Well, also the thief. Well, I guess it depends on what crime we're talking about. So as long as I can't explain how the weapons moved about, Francesco will remain a suspect. You got it, Mr. Prosecutor. Why don't you start giving me a hard time? Under these circumstances, who the heck can carry a weapon across country lines? I've worked through every possibility. If there's only one that's plausible, your boss. Agent Long, what I've learned from you two just now is that you've lost sight of yourself. What are you talking about? By focusing too intently on that which is in front of us, we become blind to the truth. Don't tell me Long Z never said anything to that effect. You prosecutor. What? Who do you think you're speaking? About Long Z's proverbs like that. Here's a proverb. I'm gonna eat you like a wolf, cause I'm hungry. Long G says... I don't need his proverbs, because my words are all you need to see the truth. Okay, fucking cult leader ass sentence. Okay.
Hold it!
I concur this knife crossed over country lines. Good! That's not the only thing that did. We mustn't forget about the other weapon. The knife was only one. Okay. The murder weapon was Babalaw's Prima Duck statue.
Hold it!
And Babalaw's is here and is fake. Correct? You're saying that the Prima Duck statue was also brought over by Francesca? Like I told you before, that's the only way it makes sense.
Hold it!
And how exactly did she bring it over? I mean, I ain't figured that out yet. I'm not a criminal mastermind, I'm just a regular mastermind. That's a rather weak statement considering how sure you are. Maybe. It's one thing I do know for sure. And they were able to penetrate the country's impenetrable security.
Hold it!
Impenetrable? I should hardly think so. You seen the top of the wall between the two countries, right? Who in the world could cross over that? Even I could climb over that thing with all that barbed wire. On the way into either embassies through the doors in the Theatrum Neutralis. Only way for the knife and the Prima Duck statue to traverse the two countries is through those security camera-equipped, well-guarded doors. Okay.
Hold it!
I don't know what I would present here. Is Francesca really the only person to travel between the two countries? I mean... no, obviously not. I just don't know what evidence to present. According to the guards at both doors, she's the only one to go back and forth. Since there was an alibi in Yadagaratsu showed. And then just for you guys to Mr. Coach's body, she entered Babalo. I think we can assume that's when she brought the knife into Babalo. How do you explain the Prima Duck statue? I mean, I ain't quite figured that out yet, man. Damn, all the freaking prosecutors always be like, oh, where's your evidence? Fucking losers. The fact that these two weapons crossed the border proves the killer must have also traveled across the country lines. Only thing that crossed the border are the Prima Duck statue and the knife? I should hardly think those are the only two items. Okay. Something else crossed the borders. Let's... so let's see. What object went over the borders? Well, technically our prosecutor badge because we keep it on us at all times. There's some samurai dogs. Present for embassy staff. Like a tar pick was found at the stage. This shit. Maybe he's just fucking chunking it over, man. Maybe that's just that simple. Maybe he's got a fucking cannon, like his arm, just fucking yeets that bitch over to the other embassy. Alabas Prima Duck statue. Alabas had the real one, but the one in Alabas' room is Babal's, which is fake. And this is the one that was used as the weapon. Dirt on the tips. I just don't know why you would move the flowers. I don't quite get that. Samurai dogs. I'm trying to remember, because I mean the dogs kind of, I don't remember the story for them. Because I mean they went from like, because I feel like the dogs, didn't they get transferred or something from the other embassy to this one? I don't really feel like that's relevant, but counterfeit bills that were burned in Babalol, Cadopian paper. Photo taken after the first fire. And there's some wire. Because I just don't know how to get to, like, our conclusions. Because, like, one conclusion we could make is that, okay, they were working with the ambassadors. So they had a man on the inside, which would help. But like, I don't know what evidence is really supposed to. I mean, there's this that Damask was working for Cochin, but we haven't even established that Damask is the one who transferred the statues, because we technically don't know. Like, we don't know when. Like, we don't know when he died. Because I had been assuming he died before the swap, but I guess I was just misremembering. But yeah, I guess we do definitively know they're swapped, so maybe this? We can save, I guess. This is one where I'm just not entirely sure what they're looking for. Let's repress these just to impenetrable. Through the well-guarded doors. Yeah, because I mean, I'm thinking like the samurai dogs, but I don't remember. Because I mean, they went into the garden. Like, it's just the problem is it's been like a literal month since we did that part, and the little text is not super descriptive. So like, it could be something there that I'm just not remembering. Because there's like a voice in the back of my head that's like, the samurai dogs did something, like there was something about them moving between embassy lines, but okay, these two weapons cross the border. It proves the killer must have also traveled across the country lines. Should hardly think those are the only two items. That makes me think samurai dog. But I don't remember anything about the samurai dogs. And this is also the only time I can't think of when the samurai dog would be relevant, so I gotta start here. Okay, it's wrong. But ah yes, there's a great argument you make, Agent Long, but you know how I answer that? What do you think about this hot dog? Talk to me again when you can see straight. Okay, I just had to try that. Oh, whoops. But granted, here's the question, and it could be here. Okay, we will. No, I didn't do that. You beat me. You trolled me. You've been the trolled. Agent Long about the okay. Long G says, frickin' beat my ass. Shouldn't waste your breath on words you got no confidence in. Though it's just bad to say something full confidence and be wrong. Oh god, I'm getting fucking bad flashbacks, man. I only need to be confident in the fact. I need to be confident in only when we traverse the two countries. But like, my dude, he could have done it. Okay, I just honestly, like, just let me out. And the murder weapon is Babalaw's Premedic statue. Wait, is it? When you, which? Because he was killed by the one that is an Alabas room, which is the one that's Babalaw's. Right? tar pick. There's a damn samurai dog. I don't know. There's this shit.
Objection!
Okay, it's got nothing to do with what I was saying. Put it away. Alright, fine. No, not the fucking autosave, dummy. What? Oh, I'm like way. That was like. I just was looking at the timestamp. I didn't even. Where the fuck is our save? Yeah, there we go. Wait, no, that's the middle still. Where did our save go? What is fucking today? It should be here. Okay. The problem is I was looking at the timestamp, not the date. But all the timestamps are kind of close to the same. Murder weapon. The knife was used. These two countries were able to penetrate their security. The only one Then I already tried this. I couldn't remember if I tried that on that line or not. Aid by coaching. Large vines. Prima Duck statue. Guitar pick. We don't know anything about the guitar pick. We already tried the samurai dogs. There's the wire. This. Hair stick. There's two fires. Only one. Okay, I just gotta go back. I gotta try. There's something about.
Hold it.
We tried the note here, right? The only way is through the doors. What about if you were a hot dog?
Objection!
What do you think about that? What do you think about if you were a hot dog? I might actually have to like call it in a second with no answer, which only way is through E.
Objection!
I tried that. I really don't know what they fucking want. Impenetrable security. I don't know, there was a fire going on? They were too busy worrying about the fire? You seem to forget that there was a fire going on. What do you think about that? Like, I don't know, I'm not even like tilted, I just don't know what they want. I'll try like a couple more things and then we'll just have to like call it here. And we can get confused again. Even more confused when it's like been a couple days and I really don't remember what was going on. Only one who traversed the two countries. Some hair sticks. What do you think about these hair sticks? Okay, we'll try like two more things. There's a key. You know anything about that? About the key? The key maybe. Okay. There's a samurai spear. Maybe Larry did that shit. You ever think about that? You ever think about maybe Larry's guilt? Oh, you already actually said that earlier in the game. Well, there's some wire.
Objection!
How does that make you feel?
Objection!
I already tried that, didn't I? Yeah. And I've tried that on both of these, correct?
Objection!
I have. Alright, well, we're gonna have to call it here, and we'll keep floundering around next time. Yeah, I don't really know what they want from me. What other object? I mean, is it maybe... But I mean, he's saying the knife crossed lines, so I don't see how that's... Like, wouldn't I just be us agreeing with him? But that's like the only thing we have left, other than the hot dog, which is definitely the key, probably. But alright, I'm Accusation 87, stay tuned for the next part, and bye guys.